So on the last video, part 1, my phone ran out of video space, and then I kind of just sat in here for like 2 hours waiting for it to upload and just playing meaningless games on my phone and waiting for my phone to charge too, which is taking forever. I think oh, if only I could see what it's charged at now. I bet it's at 50, but yeah. Anyways, so I left off in the first part saying how I walked up to Zach's house, right? So I was like, Zach, yo man, I tried to get in, but the girl inside said that my ticket doesn't have a code on it, and she's not going to be able to scan it for me to get in. And so he says, well, he starts looking through his phone or something like that, and he says, so your name is Sky, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. I'm going to see if I can get you on a little guest list. Yeah, he also was going to see if he could get my friend on a little guest list too. Yeah, because he said only people that are really on the list with Whitechapel is Ben Savage's girlfriend. Man, that was hard for me to think, to be able to say. I'm really, really dumb. I gotta make sure I still... Okay, my cigarettes are right there. Okay, good. I think I could use one right now. So, just in order to save time on this video, so we're gonna... Alright, I'm back. So, I got some good news and some other news that I hope I'm gonna be able to remember. One is... I've been having crazy visual hallucinations, man. I'm not even fronting, man. I'm being as real as I can. When I say I have been and I am still having crazy visual hallucinations. Like I remember earlier, before I started up the video, while I was still playing one of the little games on my phone, I gotta find an angle which would look good on me, because then, you know, I'd have the light in my face, and it looks like that's just not gonna happen tonight. Either way, as long as that light right there isn't in the way. Yeah, and also I took another 80 milligrams additional to the 120 milligrams I took at first. So, total of 200 milligrams now. I'm probably not going to go any further except when I have to in the morning. Like around sunrise, 6 o'clock or so. Oh yeah, and I took the other 40 just a few minutes ago, and since I took that first video, it's been about... Wait, no. Not since I took that last video, but since I had... Since I took the 120 milligrams, it's been roughly 3 to 4 hours since. Because it's like nearly 4:53 now. Or maybe much longer than that, I don't know. Yeah. So if I started at, say, 12:24, it's now 4:53. Who knows? I am very well past the beginning of this little trip. Yeah, I guess I did start that first video sometime around after an hour after oh man, this is hard to say. After an hour after taking that initial first dose of 120 milligrams. I don't know why I was talking about the 120 milligrams, but oh well. Vyvanse helps you focus, but shit doesn't make your memory foggy as hell. I don't even mean long-term memory, because I got some good long-term, but short-term, nope. Because mid-sentence I won't stop what I'm saying, but I'll completely forget why I mentioned something. So far, no more really crazy visuals. Not really. But then again, visuals I was having happened because I was sitting down in my bed and staring at my phone. Just playing some stupid little games on my phone, you know. Just, you know, whatever to pass time. But dude, Vyvanse can make you sit and play any game for multiple hours. It's no joke, man. Vyvanse is some crazy shit. And amphetamines, man, they crazy as hell. The scientific term for Vyvanse is lisdexamphetamine, which I know it's one compound, then gets changed to another compound, still around the same area, still an amphetamine, but it starts out as one compound as you ingest it, but as it metabolizes, it turns into a different compound that actually is the active, really ingredient that really gets you high. Because lisdexamphetamine itself can't get high off. Like, try snorting Vyvanse, or, you know, the powder inside. You can't. Or, I mean, you can, but it won't get you high. I really hope that was a hallucination. I heard something shuffling around or something, I don't know. Oh man, it's kinda cold outside. I can't tell if it's my glasses, like the reflection in my glasses, that I can see my eyelashes, or if I'm seeing some kind of imaginary bush, or I must be tired, I don't know. My hand just got all warm all of a sudden. crazy funny thing is that usually whenever I trip this much on Vyvanse, and like as much as into the next day, man, this is sounding really dumb either way, but the funny thing is my grandma, whenever she wakes up, she always asks me if I want to drive down to like Sonic and get her a drink or some breakfast, and I'm just like, alright. Because one, I'm driving with, running on no sleep, and also driving while I'm also having hallucinations from either the Vyvanse or the lack of sleep. I can't really ever tell if it's the Vyvanse that's making me hallucinate, or if it's the lack of sleep making me hallucinate. Can't ever tell. I've noticed something, that every time I trip on something, whether it be, I don't know, it probably happened with whenever I did LSD. I wouldn't be able to remember, since that was a year ago, or over a year ago, close to a year and a half ago, and I know it definitely happens whenever I do Benadryl. I mean, I don't trip on it anymore, but whenever I trip off of something that makes me hallucinate, I notice my eyes get wider. Like, wider. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a natural reflex I have that makes me, some kind of reflex that makes me, that if I think I see something, I want to make sure I saw it, you know. So I try to really open my eyes to see if I actually see it. I don't know. I'm just crazy and I'm high on drugs. I love this cold weather, but sometimes I'm just not wearing the right clothes for it, like short sleeve shirt and some shorts. Yep, that's totally appropriate for sitting outside where it's kind of cold, like some good old autumn weather. I usually call it autumn because sometimes I don't like calling it fall. I still don't know why they call it the fall, because I mean, if you think about the saying with daylight saving time, it's you fall back and then you spring forward. So in the spring you move the clock an hour ahead, but in autumn or the fall you move the clock an hour back. But I still don't see why. I don't know if it's just Americans or if it's everywhere else, but I don't see why we call it the fall. Makes little to almost no sense to me. Yeah, I'm definitely still having visual hallucinations. It gets really mild outside, but it gets more vivid and frequent whenever I'm inside. Like inside on the computer, inside, I wouldn't say inside while playing guitar, but like inside playing on my phone, like games on my phone, you know? Anytime I take any kind of pill, like more than just a couple, and I know that I've taken more than I should, I always end up feeling nauseous. Especially with Benadryl. Because you have to take a lot of Benadryl in order to trip, because they only come in 25 milligram tablets, not capsules, but also 50 milligram soft gels is what they call them. Because they're supposed to work faster because they dissolve quicker. Either way, I still end up feeling more. I feel more nauseous if I were to take the little tablets, because it's just so much that you have to take. Because it's 12 in order to get to the threshold, which is 300 milligrams, I believe. Because 25 times 12, that'd be 300, I believe. Yeah. And then, if you want to get any really good hallucinations, you gotta go to 450 milligrams, which is about 16. Or at least this is with my body. My body, of course. And then, if you're feeling crazy, you go to 500, that's like 20, or there's 600, which is 24. Some people go as far as like 700 to 750 sometimes. Some people even survive after doing 1,000, although I think that would completely fry someone's brain, and that they would also feel really dry. Because of one, Benadryl makes you really thirsty, it gives you really bad cotton mouth, and then also you just feel really dry because of how hot you get during a Benadryl trip. At least it used to happen with me back whenever I was still sort of a beginner using it. I would get kind of feverish. Yeah, those are crazy days. I don't like Benadryl though, because after a couple years of using it, I don't feel a real big need for Benadryl, you know, unless if I need to take it like as it's needed, as like an antihistamine or as a sleeping aid. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because this is a very long video, and the video is about to cut out anyways in just a couple minutes or so. I'm gonna upload this and then delete this off of my phone so I have more space, and then hopefully take a part 3 for my midday type of trip, you know. Alright, now, peace.